Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to be dynoing the Mustang today. We're back at Blue Oval Performance to see what the Mustang can do now that it is dynoed. So last time it got dynoed when it was naturally aspirated, it made 310 wheel horsepower and 315 foot-pounds. And now that it's supercharged, it should be making between like 420 and 450, maybe even up to 500, but we'll see how that goes. All right guys, let's see if you can see this, but in the shiftware, I went ahead and disabled the torque converter clutch in fourth, which will be running. Either something's going on with the converter or the transmission, but for whatever reason, when it is wide open throttle, you saw in the last dyno video, it'll raise an RPM and then it'll lock up really high. So it'll be going, and then at 5 grand, it'll lock up, and then it'll spike and it'll sound weird. Sounds like it's hitting like a secondary red line or something, or rev limiter, but it's not. It's just the torque converter lockup. So I'm gonna see how it goes. We're gonna run it forth and see how it goes without it, and then we can test it again with it, see if it's better now that I've made some changes. I replaced the or I did some work to the valve body, so we'll see how it works. I haven't actually really brought it up to wide open throttle with it yet, and the higher gear to see if it does it, so we will see. Yeah. Keep it cold, dude. We were curious about the wiggle. It's a little abnormal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what we're trying to see if the wheels warp. So what we noticed, we just did the first dyno pull. It made 375, but I had the lockup disabled. So if you look, this is my previous dyno pull when I was NA, and it would go and then about 5200 lock up, and then that's when it would peak torque and power. Chung thinks the converter is really loose, which I'd agree with, definitely, but
the tune looks spot on.
Yeah, it looks good. Like the numbers are good there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll probably do another one and mess with the converter lockup and see what we can do about that, because it should be locking up earlier, but we were seeing it way up high.
Yeah, I think it's blowing right through the converter, and I think that's why there's low numbers.
And yeah, this converter was bought used on Facebook Marketplace, and it was not spec'd for this car, so that could be another big thing with all this. I might just need to actually buy a legit converter for the car. But I don't want to spend more money.
I think a stock converter would probably be good.
I know, yeah. One thing I just learned is I think the F-150 pump and the Mustang pumps, trans pump, are different. So the flange, yeah. So I actually bought a stock Mustang pump, but this is an F-150 transmission. So I don't think I can even use it anymore.
I can't remember what I had researched before for truck 6R80s versus Mustang 6R80s, but I do believe they are slightly different.
Yeah. Aspects. So I have a spare low mile Mustang converter if you want it.
Oh, I don't need one right now, but maybe I.
It's literally just gonna go in the parts bin until I, you know.
It's a lot of work to guess it for me.
I'm gonna mess with the converter settings, and then can we do another one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
You guys ready?
And also, one thing we noticed was the it was dripping some oil through the filter, and the intercooler pump was a little bit leaky, but otherwise, all good.
The car was like bouncing a little bit, so they're trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know why. So.
And then it basically just from that end, like you just saw smoke kind of just roll over.
Yeah. Yep. Alrighty.
I just saw.
I saw a bunch of smoke too.
Of smoke.
It didn't feel any different, so I didn't think anything of it really, other than just like.
Sitting in one position.
I think it was the oil filter. We looked. It was the oil filter has a sandwich plate, and it was leaking there. It's probably coming backwards and hitting the exhaust.
Do you want to wipe it down with some paper towels?
Yeah, I could do that.
coming from the catch can, it looks like.
All right, guys, so we put the you just saw the footage. I put the GoPro under there to see where the oil was leaking from, and I'm like really sure it's the oil dipstick here. I had to bend it out of the way to fit here, and when we're going wide open throttle, the breather isn't venting enough crankcase pressure, so it's pushing too much. It's pushing oil through the dipstick and falling right onto the exhaust manifold, causing it to like smoke.
Yeah.
So
and also I have like a pretty decent video of us recording just the
the breather.
can,
yeah,
the breather, and basically you'll see most of the smoke build up just right over here.
Yep, but here are the numbers from that. I re-enabled the converter lockup, and it made 432 and 438 torque. So yeah, the converter's still locking up way high. What Chung said, it's just like too loose, and I don't know why it's not engaging. I have some other stuff I'm gonna try with it, but those so far are the official numbers. We're gonna go ahead and do one more and get a wide angle of it, and yeah. Yeah, that run, we did even better. I did run it out a bit farther, like 100 more RPM, but it made 441 and 448, so almost 450, 450. It probably could make 450 if I revved it out farther too. But yeah, that's pretty nice. That was awesome.
Good job.
Picked up even more.
Yeah. These particular cars, for some reason, the tuning in them, they like temperature. So they look for something in temperature in certain amounts, and then they typically make more power. So
oh yeah.
Get them hot.
Yeah, I'd put a pretty big or pretty killer intercooler system, like inch lines all the way through. The heater core is, or not heater core, the heat exchanger is like second biggest on the market. I got a really good pump. That pump is a Davy Craig's EWP 150, and then with the department boost manifold, all in all, it should be making like 14-15 gallon per minute of water speed.
What was your temperature in the intercooler?
Intercooler was hitting about like 110.
Oh, 110 at the end of the run?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and it does help that it's, you know, like ambient temperatures out, it's like 50, but yeah, during the summer cruising, I only ever see it at most get up to like 125. I did hot lap it a couple times when I went to the drag strip, and it hit like 135.
That's pretty good still.
Yeah.
I remember when I did run an intercooler on my race car,
yeah,
did 180.
Oh my god.
That was the inlet air test at the end of a quarter mile.
Jesus. Yeah,
So I immediately put an intercooler on.
Department of Boost has a lot of info on their website behind the science of everything that they do with like the kit and their testing. Okay. And yeah, that's why I like them a lot, is because they're just super technical, and you know, they explain everything. It's not just some like, you know, someone trying to sell you something.
They provide data.
Yeah, they provide like real world, you know, stuff behind it, data and fact, you know, points and everything. So yeah, I'm really happy with what it did.
Like when I did all those Kenny Bells and everything run in right about 8 to 9 pounds. They were right at the 425 through an automatic, the 5R55 at the time.
Yeah.
And so it's right there. It's making what I would expect it to make at 10.
I was impressed with how much it made, definitely.
And then the Shelby GT500, man, or the Supercharger, those are M122s, right?
122, yeah.
They are 122s.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, once I build the motor, I'm planning on just putting on like a TVS, just like a Takeoff from the 13 to 14 GT500s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so because they're cheap, and
those are those still 122s or 130s?
They're 2.3s, 2.3 liters, so whatever that equates to, and I don't know what it is.
Okay, jump on in. We'll move it around now.
Cool. All right, guys. So we got the Mustang loaded up. Doors are closed now. We're gonna be heading out. We were just talking with Chung. He knows a lot. So if you guys have, you know, any Fords, and if you're in the, you know, PNW area, Portland, Vancouver, definitely come here. I mean, you just look at all their stuff. It's really impressive. He knows so much about Fords, and just he's a racer and stuff. And you know, he's got the experience behind that. So that's Blue Oval Performance. Do you have like a a sign in here somewhere?
I don't believe we have a sign outside. Oh, we have a sign
on the door. That's right.
I'll show you that on the way out, but
Okay, very good.
yeah, but Chung's been super great, and getting to know him more is really cool, and you know, talking about future stuff is, you know, it's pretty cool. So yeah, we appreciate you guys watching. We have a Patreon if you're, you know, wanting to support us to continue doing what we do. All the money that goes to it goes directly back into the channel, and yeah, we appreciate it if you like, subscribe, and comment down below. There it is, guys, Blue Oval Performance, 7000 Northeast 40th Ave.